Hey everybody, welcome back to the next video. Same day for us, next week for you. So we just finished up leveling off and getting all 15 of our foundation pads in place where they need to go. The next step is to get some cinder block on each of these pads so that we can be raised just a little bit more off the ground. After the cinder blocks are on, it's time to start building our 3 beams that are gonna go the length of the 28 foot cabin. And those are going to be made out of 2x8s, and then we have some pressure treated lumber that we need to cut into 1 foot lengths or around there. That will sit underneath of each beam so that they don't sit directly on the cinder block, because the beams will not be pressure treated lumber. So much to do, but the hope is that by the end of this video there will be a floor. Thanks, Eli. Yeah, give me a note. Right, one of those ones down there. These ones. Because they're longer. Do you want to help? Here, take this one. Okay. Oh, on that best one. Oh no, that man said, Pappy. Take that one in your hand to Pappy. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. So, this would be middle. Dude, we started our cabin. No, that's okay. It's good that way. First snaps.
Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. I got a good feeling. You wanna know is how to hold on to it every moment. Dive into it like my love is an ocean. It's overflowing. I swear it's golden.
Alright everybody, as you can see, our first beam is officially in place. It is staying pretty level, so it's time to go into the next beam. But so far, good success, good progress for today. Hopefully we'll get at least one more beam, and then tomorrow the hope is that we'll finish the next beam and get on the floor. Alright everybody, so we have almost all the boards cut for our next 2 beams. I have 2 more cuts to make, and we'll see, but that may be it for today. We put in a good day today. Then just like that, we have 2 of our 3 beams done. This is the part I'm excited for. The framing part goes a lot quicker. So that's it for today. But tomorrow we're gonna be back at it, get this beam in, and then hopefully this and this will be all on top of it in the shape and form of a floor. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Make me crazy. I'm seeing roses, baby. Just maybe you save me. Oh, take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine. I'm running up.
We officially have all 3 of our beams complete. It is time to start cutting our floor joists. All right, everybody, we have all 22 floor joists cut. Now we need 4 rim joists for the 28-foot fronts and back, but it's time to start getting things laid out, trying to get things as square as we can, and time to start hammering the floor together. 3. And just like that, the floor is officially started. Obviously, there's a lot of tedious work still to do with this part. I mean, the whole thing will be tedious. You're on that. All right, so we have the floor square and we're starting to put in the blocking, and after the blocking will be our Reflectix and then the sheathing, and the floor will be done. The blocking for the floor is officially done. Get you a better view. I think we're gonna add some screws to secure the joists to the center beam so that we just have less movement on the joists. But other than that, I think it's time to put on, it's time to put on the Reflectix after I do that. Super exciting. That means, I don't know, September 2nd or 3rd, maybe right now. And we're doing pretty good for only having started about 1 week ago. I think we're doing all right. All right, everybody, it is the next day, and we are ready to, right here behind me, put on the Reflectix insulation on the flooring, so that'll be rolled out, stapled, and taped before we put the subfloor on. That's good. Hold it there. And there we have it, everybody. The Reflectix is officially on the floor. I was hopeful that we might get it 100% done this weekend. I don't think we will, but we'll be as close as possible. I think by next weekend, we'll definitely be ready to start figuring out our walls and framing them up. Somewhere. I just need to find it. Perfect. Perfect. I'm standing on our floor. Wanna come up?
It's official, our floor is started.
So we are on the OSB face still. The boys are having a blast up on the floor. I was terrified this morning when they started to go on the floor and there was the Reflectix, and I thought every 30 seconds that they were gonna probably fall through. But we have about half the floor sheathed. We're just putting in tacking nails. Now we're going back and putting the rest in. OSB is, I think, other than getting the floor square, OSB seems more tedious than I thought. Okay, everybody, we had a little of a, I don't think we filmed any of it last night. We had a little bit of a tough time getting this sheet of OSB in yesterday, realizing that we kind of started it backwards with the groove facing out and the tongue facing in. I think it would have been, by what I watched after we started and nailed them all in, would have been easier to do it the other way. But we've resorted to using my 6-pound splitting maul and this leftover piece of 2x8 as a, you can see, as a hitting block. It worked for this one. Unfortunately, our gap is probably bigger than it should be, but still better than what we were getting. We weren't getting any connection. So plan is tonight we have 2 more in this row, plus a half to get on, and then this outside row, because it's 14 feet wide, will end up being half a sheet as well. We are getting there. We have this one last half row, the whole thing to do. And some of our, well, first time, well, it's my second time, I guess, but thanks for the nail, Eli. A lot of our seams are probably not as close as they should be, but we're doing pretty good. I think we're getting better. We'll put one right there. Merci, Eli. Merci. Yeah, perfect. As much as
I'm helping Dada.
yeah, and you see yourself in the camera, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. As much as doing it old-fashioned with a hammer and nails is taking more time. The thing I like about it is it's super easy to know whether or not you hit your joist or not when you're putting in these nails. All right, everybody, it has been a few days. Yesterday we had our lumber delivered for the walls, so all of our studs and OSB headers, etc. Everything's here. As long as I calculate everything properly, we should have all of our walls. Other than that, we still have our one last 2 foot by 8 foot section of flooring to put on. Unfortunately, the night before last, we had a whole night's worth of thunderstorms, and one went straight over us. Absolutely torrential downpour most of the night. And so water pooled in the Reflectix underneath, because we did a great job of sealing it off. So I just had to crawl under and poke holes in the Reflectix to let that drain out, because it was just like some spots were like an inch deep of pooling of water, which clearly you don't want sitting and absorbing into the bottom. So I just did that. I'll have to go back later once the roof is on, is my thought, and put tape in every single one of those holes, the Reflectix tape, so that I can cover that up. All right, we're gonna get this piece of floor on. Is that your favorite song right now?
Like Eric was saying yesterday.
And there we have it, everybody. Last piece is on. This floor is officially down. Now we still have some nails to get in over on this side, just because we were trying to get our sheets down as quick as possible. And between the two of us, Megan and I, we'll get those in pretty quick. But that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Follow along. Make sure to check in next week to see our progress. The hope is that we will have everything figured out to start framing a few walls in the next week to 2 weeks, and have the walls up and start on the roof as soon as possible. And once the roof is on, the walls are up, it's time to insulate. And we're moving in whenever we're insulated. Actually, maybe even before insulation. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. Thanks so much for watching. Follow along, subscribe to see this cabin come to life and stand. And we'll see you in the next one.